heard before each Salem Tiger baseball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Tony Edwards. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Tony Edwards. Coach Salem Tigers got home, take on the Steelville Cardinals yesterday in the game. I think we anticipated being a little bit closer than it was, but good pitching, good defense by Salem. Not so good at pitching and not so good at defense by Steelville. Plus some key hits for the Salem Tigers. Put it all together, it's a 15-0 win. Coach, you had to be pleased.
Yeah, Stan, I was very pleased. We've got a pretty good mindset right now at the plate. Our boys are stepping in the box, and they're seeing the ball clearly right now. They've got a good eyesight of what's going on, and they're being patient. And the ball looks like a beach ball coming in right now. So it's good to see us kind of hitting the ball a little bit, and like I said, continue with the strong pitching that we've had, which has allowed us some short games. So. Yeah, very pleased with our efforts thus far, and hopefully we can kind of continue that this afternoon.
As you mentioned, being patient at the plate, and I really think the Tigers are doing a good job. And when they see a pitcher struggle, and in the years in the past time, I've seen us get a little bit anxious when that guy finally throws a pitch over the plate on a 2-1 count where he's been struggling, maybe walk the previous batter, and then of course, then we're ready to then take that swing at that next pitch, no matter what. Where this year, it seems like we're going to make them even throw 2 strikes to us to see if they can actually get the ball over the plate if they're struggling with their control. And why wouldn't you do it? Now, the way the Tigers have been hitting right now, coming through with some key 2-out hits too, Coach. You really have to admire the way the kids early in the season are really recognizing this early on, especially in the first 3 games.
Yeah, we are. Like I said, these kids are really seeing the ball well, and I think a lot of it is maturity. I think a lot of these kids that were sophomores and juniors last year were experiencing a lot of that game time atmosphere and understanding the role that they must take this coming season, and it's paying off so far. We're like I said, we're seeing the ball well, and we're understanding the idea behind hitting a little bit. We're being patient with the pitching and looking for that particular spot where we can drive in a run, and we're doing it. And I would like to see that continue. So hopefully we can keep the bats rolling and continue our good play.
A little bit more aggressiveness on the base paths. We had a couple of wild pitches and a pass ball that brought in some runs yesterday, Coach. You have to get that initial jump off third base. You got to be ready to go. I know one time we didn't get that jump, and I knew I could almost hear you talking to the runner. If you're going to make that decision, you got to do it. And that's really good to see, though, because those guys did not hesitate a moment. That ball got past the catcher. They're on their way home, and Coach, I had 5 runs coming in that were on wild pitches or pass balls. That's a lot of runs to score.
Yeah, it is. And that's something we actually practiced just the other day. In fact, we were working on leadoffs and jumps, and I was talking to my players about getting secondary leads and, getting your weight on your lead foot and being able to react on any ball that's angled down toward the ground on a pass ball and get that critical jump, because sometimes it could be the decision of a game. And we're seeing the ball well, and we're playing pretty good baseball. Like I said, they being able to get that jump and get a good secondary lead is crucial on any part of the base, but especially when you're at third and got a chance to score. So yeah, it's kind of fun to coach these guys right now, and we're certainly on a heater with everything that we're seeing and what's going on, and we're pretty excited about the opportunity to play against Ellington today.
Not only are you scoring runs, but you're getting some pretty good pitching. Corby Ball yesterday got a little trouble in the first inning and was able to pitch out of that. Ball was hit pretty hard to center field, but when you got the way your defense is playing right now, he was tracked down and got that third out, and then strikes out the next 3, then comes out the next inning. And a little miscue behind him. Hayden Sanders throws out the guy trying to steal. They get a couple more hits, but keeps him off the board, then strikes out the next 3. So when you're getting that kind of pitching, Coach, you have to feel pretty comfortable that your pitchers right now are being able to pitch themselves out of jams.
Oh yeah, the pitching, like I said, it's been very very solid up to this point. Our control's been pretty good, and I'd like to just make sure we're keeping that ball down, the zone, so we can kind of eliminate those top 4 hitters, trying to spread the ball around a little bit. But But needless to say, we're very pleased with the efforts and everything that's going on thus far with our Tigers. And like I said, we just got to keep continuing hitting the baseball, seeing it well, and keep throwing strikes, and I think we'll be okay.
We're heading down to Ellington today. Last time we were down there was a lot of walks in that game, a lot of runs scored. Coach, what do you expect to see today out of this game today with the Whippets?
Well, they've got 4 or 5 starters back coming through, and they're Ellington's well coached. I mean, I know that coach. He always has them ready, and the one thing you're going to get with Ellington is you're going to get a full game. They're not going to quit no matter what, and I think when we got there last year, or when I came here this past year, I think it was like a 5-3 ball game, but there was a lot of errors involved, and and I don't think we capitalized on their errors like I thought we should. And that was the deciding factor last year. So I think the key today is just putting the baseball in play, make the routine play, and force them to make the mistake. And when we do get on base, let's capitalize with runners in scoring position, because I know that's something I always struggled with in the past. And we've been pretty fortunate this year with runners in scoring position. So that's something we really need to focus on today.
All right, Coach. Well, the very best of luck today against the Whippets of Ellington. Good luck, Coach.
All right, Stan. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger Baseball. It is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Tony Edwards, brought to you as a courtesy of the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger Baseball is next.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA feed.
We are MFA.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It's time now for Salem Tiger Baseball on KSMO and KSMO Media. Brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town and Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th, The Hotspot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, Hubs Tire Center, American Family Insurance, and Technology Junkyard.
And we welcome you to Ellington, Missouri. Stan Stevens here. It is a pretty good afternoon. Had a little bit of sunshine to peek through the clouds. Otherwise, very comfortable afternoon. Winds blowing from the left field line to the right field line, and they're blowing at about 8 to 12 miles an hour. Not sure that's going to play a big effect in this game. Remember, this is a short left field here. They do have the high chain link fence here to try and prevent home runs. But that does not really stop too much. Hit a high fly ball out there, and it gets up. But today that wind is actually blowing in from that corner, which could prevent maybe what I would call an easy home run from occurring. But just doesn't seem to be any easy home runs here in Ellington. They usually have a very good team and usually keep the ball in the ballpark. So it's going to be one of those games that might be more of a strategic game today with the Salem Tigers. They have actually had their way with their first 3 opponents, Cuba and Steelville, and as well as Vienna. They've got 10 runs, 14 and 15 runs respectively in those games. And right now the Salem Tigers are working on all cylinders. The pitching is good. The fielding is pretty good.
and the batting and the run scoring production has been outstanding. So right now, everything is kind of falling into place for Coach Edwards' team here early in the season. But again, you can't take anything for granted. Any team can come up and bite you, and we really have not had what I would call a pitcher's game against the Salem Tigers yet, where the pitching has dominated. It'll be interesting to see how they react to that. This is a pretty experienced team for the Salem Tigers, but yet when you go against somebody who might be able to dominate the strike zone or really can pour in strikes and mix it up a little bit, it'll be interesting to see how the Tigers react to that. So today it'll be Brock Morey on the mound for Ellington, and he's a pretty good pitcher. He'll be caught by Macadon Beck. He's another experienced guy back behind the plate. So you got some experience now working for Ellington today. Grant Lloyd will be batting third, and he'll be playing center field today. Brett Gore, he'll be in the cleanup spot, and he'll be at third base. Hunter Brewer, he will be playing first base today, batting fifth. Will Rayfield in left field, bat sixth. Lucius Neal will be at shortstop, batting seventh. Nathan Moss will be in the eighth slot, and he will be playing second base. And Drew McIntyre will be in right field, and he will be batting ninth. The umpires just got on the scene, so we're going to probably run about a minute or two or three late, as the coaches are right now just meeting with the umpires. Field here at Ellington is an all-dirt field. They mentioned about the short porch in left field, but pretty much standard down the rest of the way, though. They don't have the lines marked. Coach was telling me it's about 300 to dead center, about 290 or so down the right field line, but only about 260 down that left field line, he goes, if that. So not quite sure that's an accurate number, but still, that's what the coach kind of relayed to me prior to the game. So for the Salem Tigers, who are in their split jerseys, they have the Carolina blue on the bottom half. They have the navy blue on the top half, the white numbers and white letters, and the gray pants today. For the Ellington Whippets, they'll be in their orange jerseys with white pants, and they will be the home team today. Salem Tigers, obviously the away team here at Ellington. The batting order for the Salem Tigers as we get ready to get the teams on the field. It will be for Salem. Traylon Richter leading it off. He'll be playing shortstop today. Caden Moody will be in center field batting second. Caden DuBois will be at third base, and he'll be batting third. Owen Hamilton will be at first base. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Cash Howard, right field, batting fifth. Cash really turned that hitting around from early last year. It's just talking to Dustin Howard, his dad, and how comfortable he looks at the plate. Very, very nice job by Cash to improve that hitting. Hayden Sanders behind the plate. He'll be batting sixth. Roy Stevens on the mound will be batting seventh. Corby Ball, who pitched yesterday and pitched well, he'll be out in left field. And Blake Edwards will be at second base today for the Salem Tigers. First base coach for Salem will be Coach Philip Carr. And at third base, it will be Tony Edwards for the Salem Tigers, the head coach. So they're ready to go into the top of the first inning. That top of the first inning brought to you by Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. You know there is discounts for being a good driver, also senior discounts, and also there's discounts for bundling. Call Jonah to find out how you can save. 729-5165, Jonas Schaefer, American Family Insurance. About ready to get things underway here at Ellington, as we do appreciate you being along with us, and we also appreciate all our sponsors that make it possible for us to be here. Obviously, you know, we're not on the video side today, but we will be again next week. But the top of the inning is all brought to you by American Family Insurance, and the bottom of the innings will be brought to you by Willie Strader and Farm Bureau. Our pregame show, as you heard earlier, brought to you by Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. Stop by their new location right there at the corner of 4th and Highway 19. And in case you haven't been by up there in quite some time, there's no flashing red light anymore. The Highway Department, MoDOT, has taken that out, and they've erected a brand new stop sign on East 4th Street. Kind of put it out in the middle of the road. That's interesting. We'll see how long that stays. So, anyway, nonetheless, hope you stop by and check things out. Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. Trey Richter stands at the plate. gets in the batter's box. We're about ready to go. And the first pitch from Brock Morey is about to leave his hand. He's ready to sign, and the pitch coming home. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off. Richter looking for the fastball. Got the off-speed pitch. Just a little bit out in front. Tried to pull that ball. Morey brings in the next one, another curve, and that one is strike two. Danced over the inside edge. Trey did not agree, but he's in the hole 0-2. And the next one coming home, another curveball and a foul tip. 3 straight off-speed pitches by Brock Morey. Morey, a senior. The pitch, fastball, just a little low. Getting back, tried to frame that ball, and the umpire just wouldn't give it to him. 1-2 the count. Here comes the next. Fastball foul tip by Trey Richter at the plate. Got the bat on it as it almost was by him, but he was able to tick it back to the screen. Pitch, curveball and a grounder to first. Actually, second baseman's going to field it. The first baseman gives way. And the first out is recorded as Nathan Moss fielded that cleanly and threw out Richter 4-3 on the putout, and that's how this game starts. Normally, I would have thought the first baseman would have ventured off the bag, but the pitcher, Morey, did not break from the mound, and so the second baseman took the ball and allowed the first baseman to get back Hunter Brewer. So the putout was made, 4-3. Waiting at the plate is Caden Moody to pitch. Outside corner for a fastball. First one was just low. 1-1 to count, 1 down. Top of the first inning. The pitch from Morey. That off-speed pitch is way high. Caden Du Bois waits on deck. We're in the top of the first inning here at Ellington. Morey brings it. Fastball goes by the catcher back to the screen. It came down the outside batter's box of the left-handed batter. 3-1 now to Moody. Right-handed batter close to that plate. Swings and misses at a fastball. 3-2. And the pitch from Morey comes and smashed down the line. Nice play of the third baseman. And Gore throws him, and he is safe. I'm going to say he'd have made a heck of a play if he could throw him out, but Gore just couldn't get his balance and do a good job by Moody to race down the line. He beat it out. Infield single, but heck of a stop by Gore, backhanded down the line. But he had to dive and trying to get back to his feet, just couldn't get the feet underneath him. Couldn't get much on that throw. And Moody, hustling all the way, beat it out. So the single with 1 out as Du Bois stands in. Throw over, and Moody's back. Boys crowding that plate a little bit. Tigers a little bit closer to the plate this year. I've noticed most of them are. First pitch was low. And now Brock Morey being pestered by Caden Moody gets a run, kind of a jumping lead. He's out there wiggling around, distracting the pitcher who brings it in, a curveball outside. 2-0. Morey really likes his curveball, as evidenced here by as many times as he has thrown it here early. But he has a decent fastball. He brings it. There it is. A high fly ball on the infield by Du Bois. Gore calls for it and drops it. He dropped it, but don't get the force out at second base. Gore called for it. As I mentioned, the sun has just started to come out, and maybe that became a factor, but Du Bois will reach on the fielder's choice, and the play goes 5-4 on the putout. So he's at first base, but high pop fly on the infield. two down here as Owen Hamilton stands in. The pitch to him, a chopper right in front of the plate. Getting out quickly and throwing him out is Beck, the catcher. And it goes 2-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors. Well, I said they should say no hits. No runs, one hit, no errors, one man left. We've now played a half an inning. It's the Salem Tigers, nothing. Ellington coming to bat. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Hello, my name is Samantha Welch. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. If your family is in need of a medical provider, I'm accepting new patients of all ages. Our clinic is located at Physicians Office Building 3 on the SMDH campus. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Please call 729-8000 to set up an appointment. Salem Memorial Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
Welcome back to Ellington as we go to the bottom of the inning. We're in the bottom of the first, and it's being brought to you by Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance. Have you checked your insurance lately? Are you up to date? Have you got everything insured? You've bought a new car, a new tractor, or something and not got it on the insurance policy? Give Willie a call. 729-4941. You don't want to be caught without insurance. Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance is there for you, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Well, they are friends at On the Spot Glass. You know, when it comes to supporting Salem Tigers, it takes these great supporters to allow us to bring you the games. And On the Spot Glass can do you an outstanding job of replacing that glass for your car or truck or Jeep on the spot. That's why their name is absolutely apropos. Give a call, 247-3608, when you have an issue with your windshield, side window, back window. On the Spot Glass can take care of it. 247-3608. Let them fix your glass on the spot. Roy Stevens on the hill with the Salem Tigers. He'll be part of the battery as well as Hayden Sanders. On the infield for Salem, at first base, Owen Hamilton. At second, Blake Edwards. At shortstop today, Trayton Richter. And Caden DuBois will be manning third base. Out in right field, Cash Howard. In center, Caden Moody. And in left today, it'll be Corby Ball. Standing in to lead it off will be McCadden Beck. We'll call him Mac. Why not? McCadden Beck, right-handed batter, stands in with a bright orange socks, bright orange jersey from the Whippets. And the first pitch by Roy Stevens, swing and a miss. Good high fastball. Back a little bit behind that fastball, I think looking for something off speed. Roy looks in, a sign from Sanders, and brings it in. Low with the fastball. 1-1. Tigers got a hit, but stranded a man back in the first inning. Beck waits. Pitch comes home from Stevens. A sidearm. Got to drop that arm down. Gets the strike call in the outside corner. And a cross-fired on McCadden Beck. Kind of right cramp. Just kind of closing in on that plate. Really cramped his style to get that pitch coming across the plate. And that off-speed pitch just missed. He had Beck fooled, but he did not get the call. Beck crowding the plate. About midway in the batter's box, the 2-2 comes home. There's a ground ball to right side, right at Owen Hamilton, who makes the play and steps on the bag. 3 unassisted on that play. Back behind that fastball, hit a 4-hopper to Owen, who fielded it cleanly and stepped on the bag. Brock Moore will stand in, wearing number 13. He's not superstitious whatsoever. Lean young man, got long legs. So he stands in to face Roy, and a fly ball down the right field line. Cash Howard is there, and he makes the catch. Moore hit that ball on the nose right down the right field line, but Good job by Cash Howard. He read that ball well off the bat, and he made the catch down the line about 5 feet fair. Got a good jump and made the play look pretty easy. Grant Lloyd stands in. Grant, left-handed batter. He's playing center field today. And the pitch from Stevens, a swing and a miss. Fastball just off the outside edge, but Lloyd took a cut at it. Gore is on deck. He's got some pop in his bat. The pitch comes home. There's another fastball. That one just caught the outside corner. I think Lloyd thought he gave him one by swinging one just off the plate. That time he was just on the edge. Quickly 0-2. Roy ready to sign from Sanders. The pitch, a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Struck him out. First strikeout of the game. And down in order go the Ellington Whippets. 1, 2, 3. No score after one inning of play. We're going to come back in 1 minute. It's Salem Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Stop by K&H Auto Supply where you'll find these great deals. Windex windshield washer fluid 2 for $11. Blue Devil radiator flush for $6.99 for the 32-ounce size. And Blue Devil hard gasket seal for $49.99 for the 32-ounce size. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
And welcome back. Don't forget, for those listening in after this contest from Ellington, we'll be joining Blues Hockey in Progress. They're in Ottawa tonight to take on the Senators. That game will get underway at 5:30, or I should say at 6, with a pregame show at 5:30. So you won't miss too much of that contest following this one from Ellington. Hopefully we won't miss any of it, as right now neither team able to generate much offense in that first inning, as Brock Morey got the Tigers down. Good play, though, by Gore. I'll tell you what, to keep Cade Moody for getting a double. That ball's right down the line, and he made a heck of a play diving, got the ball, trying to get up. Just took a while for him to get his feet underneath him, and by the time he did, give Moody credit, he outraced the ball to the bag. So see what the Tigers' offense can do. Cash Howard will lead things off. Haven't compiled all the stats for the season so far. I know Cash got a hit yesterday, and he reached on an error. Let's see how he has fared in other games. Cash had a hit against Vienna. Let's see what he did against Cuba. We're in the top of the second inning. Top of the inning brought to you by American Family Insurance. And, of course, Jonas Shaver can tell you about their first-time home buyer guide that can help you with the questions you didn't even know you needed to ask. Call Jonas, 729-5165. There's Howard with a ground ball to second. Played easily there by the second baseman again for Ellington, and that is Nathan Moss, who throws him out. 4-3 on that put out. Ball is hit hard, a one-hopper, but short hop there by Moss, and he throws him out easily. Hayden Sanders will stand in. Straight away for Hayden, all across the infield and outfield, and a swing and a miss. Ball goes through the legs of Mac Beck. Mac then rubbing his hand a little bit. Might have had that ball hit his bare hand. One down here in the top of the second inning. No score as the pitch comes home. Sanders takes a curveball just inside. He's smiling about it. It didn't miss by much. Had him fooled. 1-1 the count. The pitch, low fastball. Again, eludes Beck. Goes back to the screen. Beck, a senior, as is the pitcher, Brock Morey. 2-1 the count, one down. Pitch coming to Hayden. Here it is. Off-speed pitch, low and away. That's the kind of pitch last year Hayden would chase. Watch that one come in, laid off. 3-1 count. Pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. High fastball, and Hayden could not make contact. 3-2 the count. Sanders in. Slightly closed stance. Waits, here it is. Fastball. Just missed outside. Ball 4. Sanders works a walk. And Roy Stevens will stand in. Stevens yesterday drove in a couple of runs with a big hit, as he doubled over the head of Simon Thomas, who was playing left field, was playing very shallow. Roy got a lot of that one, and Thomas had to chase it back and allowed 2 runs to score. There's a slow curve that falls short. Ball 1. Hayden with a short lead. He's not being run for. Stevens with an open stance. The pitch. Fastball inside. Stevens wearing number 7. Waits. Wiggles that bat over his head. Throw to first base. Sanders back. Hayden brushes himself off. Remember, all dirt field here at Ellington on the infield. The pitch. There's a chopper foul by Stevens, and right through the legs of Coach Edwards. That's an E on the coach. That ball wasn't even hit hard. He needs to get the tailgate down and get that ball fielded. The Tiger player from the bench had to chase it down. 2-1 the count of Stevens. Sanders at first has that look about him, and time called by the catcher, Brock Morey. Kind of give Stevens right center field. The pitch, runner going, and that hit him. Roy is hit on the right arm by that one. And 2 on with 1 out. That ball is crowding him and looked like it hit him right below the elbow, kind of on the forearm. Hopefully that doesn't tighten up. Corby Ball stands in. Right-handed batter waits. The pitch to him, off-speed pitch. He fouls it back. Corby, a junior, 5'11". Pitched yesterday, gave up 4 hits, gets the shutout, gets the win. Did a good job of pitching out of trouble. The 0-1, fastball and a swing and a foul. Quickly 0-2. Stevens at first base. Sanders at second. Only 1 out. Blake Edwards waiting on deck. Ball waits. Go back to second, and Sanders is back easy. Ball waits. Morey checks, brings it off speed, a late swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt for the strikeout. Like Corby was indecisive on that one. First strikeout for Morey. Ball was up in the eyes of Corey, and now they are going to run for Sanders. Tigers are going to bring in Carson Barrett to run, basically so that Hayden can get his equipment back on. First and second, 2 down now. Pitch to Blake Edwards and a swing and a miss. Edwards, right-handed batter, of the front part of that batter's box. The pitch, fastball, that's a strike on the inside edge. Chase the outside one. Inside one, tied him up. But it's 0-2. Morey to sign. The pitch comes home. Fastball, just missed outside. Stevens at first. Barrett at second base. Infield straightaway for Blake Edwards. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Morey. And the Tigers strand 2. No runs, no hits, no errors. A hit batsman, a walk, 2 left. We've played an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Hi, I'm Doug Barnes from the Town and Country Bank. What does the farm mean to you? Maybe it means a weekend getaway for camping or hunting, or it's the life as a farmer. Maybe you want to build a dream home with a view. No matter what the farm means to you, Town and Country Bank can make it happen with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 412144.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again. Or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
That's right, Willie, and Willie Strader brings you to the bottom of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and of course, if you haven't had a chance to make sure your insurance is up to date, get in touch with Willie. Of course, if you've bought a new house or changed houses, or maybe you've changed vehicles, or maybe you have done something else, like need some life insurance, get in touch with Willie Strader. He can help you out. They have a number of different plans at Farm Bureau Insurance, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Or call Willie at 729-4941. Willie Strader, the Farm Bureau Insurance. Standing in will be Brett Gore, the number 4 hitter, be followed by Hunter Brewer and then Will Rayfield. Nice afternoon here in Ellington. Right now, very pleasant. Little breeze blowing from the left to right side. So from the left field line to the right field line, blowing across the field. As Gore waits, big right-handed batter, takes that one high and away, ball 1. Ball hits the support and then hits Hayden Sanders in the back of the leg. Gore, the third baseman. He is a solidly built young man. Pitch, that's a strike. Good fastball by Stevens, about knee high. Gore likes that ball out over the plate. He likes to extend those arms. And Roy brings it. Curveball, line drive, base hit up the middle. Got to watch the outfield because there are some big clumps of grass out there. They have trimmed them down, but you can see where there's other areas that are very thin, and those clumps could create a bad hop. So a single by Gore to lead things off. First base runner for Ellington. And Hunter Brewer will stand in. Brewer also a nicely built young man. He plays first base. He's all coiled up on that right side, and he hits a high fly ball out into right field. And chasing in is Howard, but he missed it. And now coming to third base will be Gore. Looked like Cash Howard had that one all the way, and then the last minute kind of reached out for it, and the ball got by him and went all the way to the fence. Ball was hit well by Brewer, but it looked like Cash had the beat on it, but he did not get out there, and Brewer held up at first base as Gore had to hold up as Howard looked like he had it, but he never did. And it's first and third, and nobody out for Will Rayfield. Rayfield playing left field today. The pitch to him, fastball high. So a clean single up the middle, a tainted single to right field. And the pitch outside and low, 2-0. Lucius Neal is on deck. Howard pretty deep in right field for this hitter. Deep in left with the short porch, and Moody straight away in center. That fastball is just a little bit high by Stevens, and it's 3-0. Rayfield with a slightly open stance, right in the middle of that batter's box. The pitch, outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. A clean single to lead it off. Fly ball in the right center that ends up falling. And now the walk. And Stevens is going to get a visit from Coach Tony Edwards and settle the young man down. So the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the second inning for the Whippets with nobody down. The Whippets are 1-2 on the year, and then they are trying to get things worked out. Salem 3-0 on the year, but means nothing when you get to the baseball field and you strap on the spikes and you get between the lines, because it depends on what you're doing that day. And every game starts 0-0, so you'll see what happens today. So right now, a base hit by Gore, a base hit by Brewer, a walk to Rayfield. We got them loaded up here in the bottom of the second inning. Salem Tigers' next game will be on Monday against Owensville at home, and we'll have that one on KSMO AM 1340, FM 95.7. We'll also be streaming that one, video streaming it, on our KSMO media, KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. That's Monday, Owensville, 4:30, Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Pitch from Stevens is high and away, ball 1 to Lucius Neal. Rayfield at first with the walk. Brewer at second. Gore at third. The 1-0 comes home. A high foul off to the right side is Roy dropped down, that ball up and in, and Neal took a whack at it. Neal just a sophomore. Pitch comes home. Here's the smash. Line drive to over at first, and that's going to be double play. Hamilton caught the line drive and then threw across to get Gore. He was tagged. The umpire called him out. The coach felt that the tag by Du Bois missed him. Du Bois just had to step on the bag. He did not. But he is out on the double play. That ball was smoked right at Hamilton. I couldn't see if he caught it or not because the umpire from our vantage point here at Ellington is right in my line of sight. So I had to wait. And then when I did see that he caught it, they had to throw across to third, and he doubled off Gore. So a line drive double play, and 2 are out, and the fastball comes up high to Nathan Moss. So the DP is 3-5. Gore out. Runner still at first and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Well, Lucius Neal smoked that one, and Hamilton caught it. Gore ventured way too far off the bag for a line drive right in the infield, and he was tagged out by Caden Du Bois on the throw by Owen Hamilton. Good job by the Tigers there. Nathan Moss waits. The 1-2 pitch from Stevens. Fastball outside. 2-2. Drew McIntyre would be next. At second, it's Brewer. At first, it's Rayfield. 2 down. That's a huge play. Big hole in right center of the pitch. Strike 3 call. Inside corner. He got the call. A little hesitation by the umpire, but he punched him out. And that's the second strikeout for Roy Stevens. And down go the Whippets without a run. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, a walk, a double play, 2 left. We've now played 2 full innings here at Ellington. It's Salem nothing. It's the Whippets nothing. Back in 1 minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Spring is in the air. It's time to organize your finances, and at the Bank of Salem, we are here to help. From checking and savings accounts, certificate of deposits, IRAs, loans, and even safe deposit boxes, we've got you covered. Come in and let one of our friendly employees help you get organized. The Bank of Salem, neighbors serving neighbors since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital Radiology Department strives to stay at the forefront of technology through high-quality diagnostic imaging tools such as CT scans, MRIs, X-rays, nuclear medicine, DEXA scans, 3D mammographies, ultrasound, and more. Many services are offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the emergency room, while other services are offered through outpatient services Monday through Friday. To find out more about the Radiology Department, contact me, Bobby Sullins, at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Welcome back to Ellington. Stan Stevens along with you here. No score in this one was to go to the third inning. Big play by Owen Hamilton, turning that line drive into a double play. The appeal by the coach of Ellington went for naught, as Gore was tagged out by Caden DuBois to complete that double play. And now Trey Richter stands in to start this top of the third inning, brought to you by Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. There's different types of life insurance. Which one's right for you? Call Jonas 729-5165. A slow curve dances in for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Trey Richter. Richter grounded out to second his first time. Pitch coming to Trey. Line drive in the left center, and it's going to be a base hit. Will Rayfield couldn't make his decision whether to come in or stay back, and he played it safe. So a leadoff single by Richter. Fastball to the outside. He ripped it into left field. That ball carried, but Rayfield, instead of charging, took a step back and played it on a bounce. So either he never got a good jump or didn't get a good read on that ball. So Trey's at first base. Standing in is Caden Moody, the big hole on that right side. Shows the bunt, puts it down. Play at second base is not in time. Getting the ball was the pitcher Morey, and he threw back to second base trying to get Richter, and Richter beat it. And that'll be a fielder's choice. A sacrifice and a fielder's choice, I want to say, because he was giving himself up. So non-official at bat for Caden Moody, but runners in scoring position now for Caden DuBois. First and second, nobody out, and the pitch low, knocked down, and Richter decides he's going to go to third, and he does. Beck knocked that ball down. Trey hesitated for just a second, and then decided, yeah, I'm going to do it, and he went, and the throw by McCann Beck was off to the second base side of third base. So a little ball in the dirt, hardly even a wild pitch. Almost, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stolen base. They didn't really, I better call it a wild pitch. He was not going until after the ball hit the dirt and came out of the glove of Beck. There's a curveball. Line drive in the left center field, and it's going to be caught. Tagging is Richter, and he will score. Going to third base is Moody. Ball is hit hard by Caden DuBois, but he gets the run home on the sacrifice fly. Nice catch, though, by Will Rayfield out there. He ranged in the left center and had to leap and catch it, meaning he had no momentum coming home. And they're going to appeal at third base, and he tagged. He wasn't even pressured there. Kind of a senseless appeal at that one when a guy does not have to even hustle home. But the sacrifice fly, the RBI to DuBois, 1-0 Salem Tigers. Owen Hamilton in. Now Moody's at third as he tagged as well. The pitch, fastball for a strike. Just good baseball there by the Tigers. DuBois got the ball in the air to the outfield. Richter tagged and scored. Moody, seeing that he was off balance, and he was threw the ball like a big balloon up in the air as the ball's hit the third base. Score now has Moody in a rundown. Trying to run it back. Moody is going to take off, trying to get enough so that Hamilton can get there, and he goes out of the baseline. I think they're going to call him out. Cade Moody kept that rundown long enough to get Hamilton to second. They've got two on the board. But the umpire I don't know if he's safe or not. He did not point to home plate. But I never saw the out call made either. There's a ground ball in the hole. Base hit into right field. Making the turn is Hamilton, but he'll hold at third base. So Cash Howard singles at first and third. Moody was out. 2 outs. 5-2-6-2 on the putout. Third baseman to catcher, the shortstop to catcher. So first and third, 2 out. Hayden Sanders waits. Long pause, and Morey brings it, and a swing and a miss. Hamilton at third. Howard at first. Short lead by Cash. Oh, a fairly short lead at third as well. Hayden walked his first time up. Brock Morey checks them both, steps off. They give Hayden Sanders right center. Morey, who really likes that curveball, brings a fastball up and in. Howard's trying to steal second, and the throw is trying to be a little cutoff throw to look like to the shortstop, but actually got all the way through. Lucius Neal was cutting off, but it went all the way through the second baseman, Moss, maybe by accident. So a stolen base by Howard. It's second and third. 1-1 count. 2 outs to Hayden Sanders. He asked for time. For Ellington, it'll be Drew McIntyre, their ninth hitter, and then the top of their order in the third. Salem with a 1 run here in this third inning. Pitch comes home. A dandy curveball, off-speed pitch, and across the plate right at the very front. A nice pitch by Brock Morey. Drew McIntyre right field cheating in a little bit. Be nice to see Hayden go that way in the pitch. Here it comes, a high foul. Looked like he was trying to go that right side. That ball will be out of play. Looked like Hayden was trying to take the ball to right field there as that curveball was up. He saw it, spotted it, looked like he was trying to go that way. So as mentioned, McIntyre had cheated in a little bit. Now he steps back at step or two, baby. 1-2 the count, 2 down. Second and third to pitch to Sanders. Ground ball up the middle, snared though by Morey, and he throws him out. Ball's hit hard by Sanders. Give a good job to Morey. He fielded that one and throws him out. 1-3 on that play. But the Salem Tigers score 1 run. They do so on 2 hits. No errors, and 2 men left. We've now played 2.5. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Salem Tigers 1. The Whippets nothing. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
Right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, you'll find Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid DEF, $11.99 for the 2.5-gallon size. Shell Rotella T4 Triple Protection Motor Oil, $19.29 for the 1-gallon size. And save $10 on a 2-pack of Night Vision Brilliant Headlights and Fog Lights. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
Always appreciate our sponsors that help bring you Salem Tiger sports like Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated. Ashley Cunningham out there. She's a veterinarian. She'd be more than happy to talk to you about your pet or your livestock. Get in touch with Ashley at 729-4031, 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. It's Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center and Ashley Cunningham. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the third, brought to you as a courtesy of Farm Bureau Insurance. Make sure your insurance is the right insurance for you. You know, is it term or whole life insurance you want for your life? Or is it maybe right type of auto coverage? You just want the minimum coverage, or do you want to max it out? Well, whatever it might be that you need, get in touch with Willie and talk to him at Farm Bureau Insurance, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem. Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance. All right, standing in is Drew McIntyre. Drew, right-handed batter, is up on his front toe and his left foot. Takes a fastball down and in. McIntyre waits, swings, and misses at a high off-speed pitch. Kind of got that ball up, not a place you really want to have it. McIntyre, senior. Pitch from Stevens comes home. Fastball outside edge. Good pitch. McIntyre looking for something on the inner half. Got it on the outer half. He waits. Right-handed batter. The pitch. Low. 2-2. Clouds have pretty much dominated the day, though we have had peaks of sunshine slither their way through. Right now, mostly cloudy. The 2-2 pitch comes home. That's just low. Roy wanted that call, didn't get it. 3-2 to count. Top of the order waits next. McKeddenbeck and then Brock Morey. The 3-2 pitch from Stevens. Grounder toward the Ellington dugout off the screen and picked up by Owen Hamilton. Umpire warns the coach and the other players they have to be in the dugout. They were sitting on buckets outside the dugout. The 3-2 pitch comes home, and a swing and a miss. Looked like a slider, actually. And a strikeout for Stevens. That is his third. And it'll be McKeddenbeck standing in. Right-handed batter. They call him Mac. We can call him Mac. He grounded out to Owen Hamilton his first time. The pitch comes in. Curveball just missed. Roy has thrown 3/4 and also drops down a little bit to almost sidearm occasionally. And this one, fastball from the 3/4 side, but it was up and away, 2-0. We're in the third inning, 1-0 Salem. Third inning run, sacrifice fly by Caden DuBois driving in Trey Richter. Beck waits, 2-0 comes home. Foul back off the screen here at Ellington. We're at the fairgrounds in Ellington, Missouri. They got the rodeo arena behind us. Softball field for Ellington is across Highway 21 on the other side of the road. 2-1 coming home. Powell back again. This one will go off the fence. Stevens coming with that riding fastball. They do give Mac Beck right center field. The 2-2 pitch coming home. Curveball, strike three call. A dandy one by Stevens. That ball broke right over the outside edge. Brock Morey will stand in. Young man crowds the plate, stands right on top of it virtually. Right-handed batter. 2 down here in the third inning. Stevens brings it into Morey. That curve is in for a strike. Looks like Roy has got a good feel for that off-speed pitch now. He's changing the speeds on it. That one a little bit softer. The 0-1 coming home. Another one, this one a little harder. And behind on that swing was Brock Morey. He lined out to right down the line on a good play by Cash Howard. The 0-2 pitch with 2 down in the third. Low and away with a fastball. Salem will have the bottom three in their order in the fourth inning. Stevens, Ball, and Edwards. They lead at 1-0 with 2 down and a 1-2 count to Brock Morey. Here it comes, swinging a ground ball right back to Roy Stevens. He walks it over to first base, flips it to Owen Hamilton. 1-3 on the putout. Down in order goes the Ellington Whippets. We now have played 3 full innings. It's the Salem Tigers 1 and the Whippets 0. Back in 1 minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
We go to the fourth inning here in Ellington, Missouri. Stan Stevens along with you here. Salem Tigers with a 1-0 lead on a sacrifice fly by Kane DuBois in the third inning. Always like thanking the great sponsors to make it possible for us to bring you Salem Tiger sports and activities. That includes Melvin Motors and more. Find out what they can do for you. They've got a nice selection out there. 120 Route W. Call Melvin Motors and more at 573-338-2917. Melvin Motors and more. Proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Well, we go to the top of the fourth inning. Top of the inning brought to you by Jonah Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. Did you know your credit rating does affect your insurance? It can. Talk with Jonah. He can tell you how. 729-5165. Jonah Schaefer, American Family Insurance. Stevens will stand in, Roy, with 3 shutout innings. Hits this one hard, but fouled on the third base line. The Salem Tiger pitching right now has pitched a total, if I'm not mistaken, total of 15 innings now, or actually make that total of 18 innings now, and have not yet given up a run. Curveball falls in for a strike to Stevens, and now the 0-2 pitch coming from Morey, way high. Gore cheating in just a smidge in front of the base at third. Stevens waits, here it comes. Fastball, swing and a miss. Rode that fastball up and away, and Stevens could not catch up. 3 strikeouts now for Morey. And Corby Ball will stand in. Right-handed batter. Corby struck out his first time up. Pitch comes in. High chopper towards third. Gore can't field it. He knew he was going to have to hurry. The ball went off his glove. And that will be an error. Gore got caught in between hops. The ball went off his glove. Should have fielded that ball. Then deflected it past the shortstop into left field as Neal came over to get behind him, but the ball deflected off him, so it is an error. First error by Ellington. That ball gets away down to second base. The throw down there is not going to be in time. So cut off by the pitcher before it ever got there. So the ball in the dirt, a wild pitch. And Corby Ball is down at second base. Blake Edwards at the plate. 1-0 the count. A time is called And a balk is called as the pitcher, Brock Morey, went to his mouth with his pitching hand, and that's a balk. So now ball is at third base on a balk. You don't see too many of those called. And umpire called it right away when the pitcher went to his mouth with his bare hand. There's a smash in the left field, a base hit for Edwards. He drives in the second run. That would not have been an RBI single without that balk, but Edwards got one up and away, and he smacked it past the shortstop Neal in the left field for the RBI. It's 2-0 Salem Tigers. So ball gets on by an error, goes to second on a wild pitch, balked third, and is driven in by Edwards to make it a 2-0 score. Trey Richter stands in. That's Tigers' fourth hit of the game. Pitch is high to Trey. Putting the ball in play, we always talk about it. Can't get on base usually with a strikeout. You can't strike out wild pitch, but if you put the ball in play, you put pressure on the defense. And there's a high fly ball in a deep right center field. Way back, that one has a chance, and it's gone. Trey Richter got all of that one and drills it out of here in right center, and it's 4-0. Richter got all of that one, and he drives it out into right center field, and he crushed it. He got that curveball down out over the middle of the plate, and Trey Richter just absolutely smoked that one into right center. Pretty much a no-doubter, but in a field that we're not used to, just never know. That one cleared the fence by plenty. Probably about 320 or so, I would have to venture. But a clean home run by Trey Richter, the first homer of the year for the Salem Tigers. His second hit of the game, a big one it was, big fly. 2 RBIs for Trey. Caden Moody standing in. Caden's got a base hit. He's 1 for 1. Also has a sacrifice bunt, but reached on the fielder's choice. 2-0 count. Caden takes a strike. Boy, that was a pretty swing that Trey dropped that bat head and just drilled it. Pitch comes home, a curveball that just stays a little high. Moody waits. Pitch comes home, fastball. There's a fly ball in a deep left center field. That's going to gap him and go all the way to the fence. Cade makes the turn. He'll go into second base with a stand-up double. Cade Moody got one of his liking and drilled it in the left center field at 3 off the fence. And he's in with a stand-up double. And Caden DuBois will stand in. Well, Morey's curveball, which had kind of left the Salem Tigers befuddled a couple of times, either has flattened out a little bit or the Tigers are reading it out of his hand much better. Because Caden jumped all over that one and drilled it down deep in the left center field. It hit kind of one of those dead clumps in the grass and then skipped to the fence for a 1-out double. Tigers in their last 4 batters have a man reaching on air, a home run, and there's a ball down the line, and that's going to be a double. It gets past the outfielder. Here comes Moody in to score, and pulling up at second base is DuBois. Cade hit that one down the line, getting over there, and I thought was going to be able to make the play was Will Rayfield, but it got past him, and Moody scores easily. Another RBI for DuBois. He's becoming an RBI machine, and we're going to give him a double. 5-0 Salem Tigers, 4 here in the 4th inning, and Owen Hamilton will stand in. Pitch, a curve for a strike. DuBois hit that ball hard past Gore and down into the corner, and then it eluded Will Rayfield. I'm going to give Caden a double on anyway. He really crushed that ball. There's a smash up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Making a turn is DuBois. He's going to come home. Throw home is cut off. It's 6-0. Hamilton with the RBI single. DuBois comes home to score. So the home run did not kill the rally, as then Moody got to start again with a double. A double by Du Bois, a base hit by Hamilton. Seven hits now for the Salem Tigers. I mentioned the last 5 hitters have gotten hits. Standing in is Howard. He's singled in this game back in the 3rd inning. Takes it low and inside. Hamilton at first base. And now Coach Carr is going to come over and talk to Coach Edwards as he has a whole bunch of, we'll call it paraphernalia that the Tiger players have. And it looks like Hamilton has kind of come up a little bit lame, and he's going to be pinch run for. Silas Du Bois is going to come in and run. I'm hoping nothing is wrong with Owen. He really crushed that ball, but kind of checked himself out of first base. And there's a high fly ball in the left field. Backing up and making the catch out there is Will Rayfield. Ball is hit well by Howard. He took it the other way, but got that ball a little bit high in the air, and Rayfield able to play it. Stops the 5 straight consecutive hits by the Salem Tigers. As Sanders stands in, the 9th man to bat in the inning. 5 have crossed the plate. 6-0 Salem. Throw over. Silas is back in.
Come on, 2-3, you're due. Get your weight back behind one here.
The pitch comes home. A high curveball to Hayden Sanders. 2 down. We're in the 4th inning. 5 runs have come across here in the 4th. 6-0 Salem Tigers. Go over, and Du Bois is back. Silas kind of daring Moray to throw over there. Takes a lead, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Sorry, thrown over twice. Pitch comes home. Another high off-speed pitch. Hayden takes it. It's 2-0.
Weight back, hands back, bring it to it.
Hayden waits. Pitch, swing, a foul tip. He had a good pitch to hit. He really took a cut at it. Probably overswung a little bit, but kind of heard a little moan out of him there. He didn't get it. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2-2. Oh, when you get that pitch, it looks like a beach ball. You always want to shack that thing, and that's what Hayden wanted to do, but did not make connections. There's a line drive into left center field, and going back and making a fine catch is Will Rayfield. Smoked by Hayden Sanders, but Rayfield got a great jump and caught it about 5 feet in front of the fence. Boy, that ball was hit hard, and the Tigers continue to pound the ball. But what an inning for the Salem Tigers. 5 runs come across on a total of 5 hits. There was an error, and there was 1 man left. We have played 3.5. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Salem Tigers on top, 6-0. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Are you wanting to know what's going on in Salem? It's easy. All you need to do is subscribe to the City of Salem's Text Blast service. First, you need to text the number 855-435-4811. Then text the word CITY for all pertinent alerts and announcements for the city. For alerts concerning utilities, text the word utility. And if you're wanting to know about parks and recreation, just text the word parks. The City of Salem Text Blast service, 855-435-4811. Subscribe today.
To the bottom of the fourth inning we go, and the bottom of the fourth inning brought to you by Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance. Home, car, farm, life. You need insurance? You need Willie. Get in touch with Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance agent, at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, or call them up at 729-4941. It'll be Grant Lloyd, Brett Gore, and Hunter Brewer coming to the plate. Bottom of the fourth inning. Lloyd struck out his first time, left-handed batter. Only left-handed batter in the starting lineup for the Whippets. And Stevens brings it home. A swing and a miss on a high fastball. Tigers straight away for this hitter. As the pitch comes in, swing and a miss on an inside off-speed pitch. Tried to golf that one, did not make connections. Brett Gore's on deck, then Hunter Brewer. Kind of the heart of the order here for the Whippets. Salem with a 6-0 lead. Pitch by Stevens. Teased him with an outside, what I'll call batting practice fastball. See if he would chase it. He did not. Took it for a ball. Left it about a good foot out over the away from the plate. Lloyd did not chase. That ball in the dirt on an off-speed pitch, 2-2. Lloyd waits. Sign from Sanders. Stevens brings it in. Swing and a miss. Jammed it with a fastball. He wasn't going to hit that one, and if he did, he was going to pay for it because it had been right off the handle. Fifth strikeout for Stevens, and standing in is Gore. Gore got a base hit up the middle. He smoked that one. Good hitter, got power. I mentioned a well-built young man. Pitch comes home, fastball away to Gore. One thing about this guy, and I remember him from 2 years ago, he could always hit. He had a home run a couple years back here when we played in that mist and nasty night. Off-speed pitch, just missed outside. Umpire's been very consistent. Give him a lot of credit. He has not called every pitch like that a strike because some of them have just missed, and he's been good with that. 2-0 count, the pitch comes home. Here's a high foul off to the right side. Two and 1 to count, one down. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Salem with a 6-0 lead. 1 run in the third on a sac fly by Caden Du Bois, and then 5 in the fourth, highlighted by a 2-run homer by Trey Richter. The pitch, good pitch, but just outside. Roy wanted that call, didn't get it, just missed it outside. 3-1 to count to Gore. Roy trying to be careful with him. Brings it in. There's a high fly ball in the right center field. Long way to go for Moody. He's over there, and he cannot make the play. Ball bounces in. Howard gets it back in, and it's going to be a double for Gore. They were playing him to pull a little bit to left center field, and Cade Moody gave it a good shot. Cash Howard backing him up, got the ball back in, so a one-out double by Gore, who's 2 for 2. Hunter Brewer will stand in. He got a single his last time up. He put the ball out in right center. So Moody playing a little bit more straight away this time, actually almost shading him to the right side, giving him a little bit of left center. Now Caden moves back, just playing straight away. That ball is high to Hunter Brewer. Brewer one hop the fence with a fly ball and ended up with just a single. Gore at second base, 1 out. Pitch to Hunter Brewer coming. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. Right in on his hands. Tied him up. 1-1 to count. Sanders not wasting any time, giving the signal. Stevens bringing it home. Fastball away. 2-1. Du Bois at third, about a step behind the bag, and Trey Richter at shortstop kind of cheating up the middle to keep Gore close. Pitch coming to Brewer. There's a smash up the middle. That's going to get through to the shortstop, Richter, who throws it wild. Trey got to it, had the time. Brewer's not a fast runner, but his throw was way behind Owen Hamilton at first base. So it'll be another hit. And Gore down at third base. Will Rayfield walked his first time up. Well, I want to change that to an error. Trey Richter got to it. He had him, but he threw it bad. So an error. And a fastball's high to Rayfield. Trey Richter was cheating up the middle. He got that ball plenty of time, but his throw about 6 feet behind the bag. It was not even close. So first and third, 1 out, and 2-0 now to Will Rayfield as that one sailed high. Roy Stevens here in his fourth inning. Struck out the first man. Battled Gore, who got a double. And then Brewer reaching on the air, and that pitch gets away. Runner going to second base, and they'll concede that. Sanders really struggling trying to pick the ball up here with the glove. So second and third now, 1 out, and a 3-0 count, or 2-1 count to Rayfield. Pitch, line drive into right field. That's a base hit. A run's going to score. Here comes another man. He's going to pull up, and they cut off Hamilton. So run comes in, and the Salem Tigers shutout streak finally comes to an end. But boy, what a way to start the year, going 18 straight innings. And here with 1 out in the fourth inning, a base hit by Will Rayfield breaks that string. Pitch comes home, a fastball high to Lucius Neal. Neal lined into a double play. See the liner right at Owen Hamilton, who then threw out across the diamond. Gore trying to get back to third. The pitch, chopper at the plate, foul as the runner was going. He'll go back to first base. So 1-1. 6-1 our score now here at Ellington. Lucius Neal waits. On his toes in that batter's box, fouls it back. Reach for that off-speed pitch. Man at third, that's Brewer. Man at first, that's Rayfield. Sign from Sanders. The 1-2 pitch coming home, low and away. Runner going to second. Throw down there, and the throw comes back home. And he's out! No, he's safe as Sanders dropped the ball. Sanders had him as he reached for him, but the ball came out. There was no tag at second. It was a stolen base. They tried to double steal, and it ended up working as Hayden had him out, and then the ball came out of his glove. So Brewer gets the steal of home on the double steal. So Hayden Sanders got in front of the plate, got in perfect position. The throw was there. He got it in the glove, and then as he tagged the man, the ball came out. 6-2 our score. See, we're having some issues with the catching helmet. So now a runner at second base, 1 out, 2 runs in now here in the fourth inning. 6-2. 2-2 the count on Lucius Neal. Pitch comes home, high and tight, 3-2. As the sun comes out again. Hasn't been out in a while. It makes its way out, coming in over the right field fence. 3-2 pitch, outside, ball 4. And it's first and second with just one out. The error hurts. So Nathan Moss will stand in. He struck out looking his first time. 6-2 the score. The pitch comes home. Fastball outside corner, first strike. Rayfield at second. Neal at first. We're in the fourth inning. 6-2 the score of the pitch. Man turns the bunt, tries the bunt, throw to third base, and they've got the man in a rundown. And trying to go back to second base and tagged out by Edwards. I'm sorry, by Trey Richter, excuse me. I'm trying to battle the umpire and the catcher. So the out stealing is Rayfield. Play goes 2-5-6. Sanders' throw is right on the money to Du Bois, and Rayfield then changed his mind. A little too late to do that, 3/4 of the way down to the bag. But then he got caught in a rundown and could not allow Neal to get to second. 0-2 pitch, way high by Stevens. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 2 runs in here for the Whippets. The pitch. There's a high pop fly right side down the line, and Cash Howard is there to make the catch. Moss flies out to right to end the inning. 2 runs scored on 2 hits. There was an error, and there was 1 man left. We've now played 4 full. It's 6-2 Salem. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Welcome back to Ellington. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. Salem up by 4, 6-2. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order again. Roy Stevens, Corby Ball, and Blake Edwards, they got things started for that big 5-run 4th inning. Top of the inning, by the way, is being brought to you as a courtesy of Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. If changing insurance coverage on your life, car, or home gets you the best deal, then maybe it's time for you to take a look at changing that coverage. See Jonah. Find out more at 1104 South Main Street, 729-5165. First pitch is popped into the infield on the right side. Thought the outfielder may want to come in and take it, but second baseman does. On the first pitch to Roy Stevens, he pops out. And a nice play by Nathan Moss. Got underneath that one a bit, and Corby Ball will stand in. Corby reached an error by Gore back in that 4th inning. Pitch comes to him. High. Put the ball in play. You never know what's going to happen, and it was a big hop, but Gore could not handle it, and that started that 5-run rally for the Tigers. The pitch outside, way outside. It's 2-0. In the 5th inning, Pitch coming to ball, and there's a grounder foul. I'd like to thank our sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you Salem Tiger athletics and activities like New Life Auto. They can put new life into your car or truck or Jeep. Call them at 453-4812 or drop by 583 Highway 68. New Life Auto. The pitch, a little bit low with an off-speed pitch. Corby ball waiting. Right-handed batter with a 3-1 count. And here it comes in the dirt. Ball 4. And he earns a walk. The walk, by the way, just the second of the day for Morey. And standing in is Blake Edwards. Got an RBI single back in that fourth inning. Drove in Corby Ball, who after that error went to second on a wild pitch, got balked to third, and Blake Edwards drove him home with a base hit in the left. Takes a strike on the off-speed pitch. At first base, ball. Brock Morey on the hill. Checks, brings it up and in. Blake hung in there as long as he could to see if it was going to curve. It did not. Had to pull his head back a little. 1-1 to count. Next one from Morey, curveball. That's a dandy pitch, boy. Nothing Blake could do about that one, but watch it. That was probably a picture-perfect pitch. Crossed to just about the knees on the outside edge. 1-2 the count. Now when in the dirt, goes back to the screen. Ball will go down to second on the wild pitch.
Come on, bring him on around.
Dugout giving Corby, razzing him. See how fast he is. Pitch, that gets away. Another one gets away from the catcher. That'll be a pass ball, and ball will go down to third. Being aggressive on the bases, Salem Tigers continue to do so. Have a runner at third, 1 out. Now can Blake Edwards bring him in? 3-2 pitch. Here comes the Blake. Fastball outside. He goes a walk. That's walk number 3 now for the earlier Brock Morey. Did not see anybody warming up for Ellington. Of course, their dugout could screen us from seeing anybody warming up. So runners at first and third to Trey Richter. Trey is singled and homered and grounded out. 2 for 3, has 2 RBIs, and has scored twice. Richter asked for time. Throw to third base and back easily his ball. From the stretch, Morey looks, brings it. Richter grounds another one to the first baseman. He has it. Brewer steps there, throws to second base, and getting in there safely, and a run's going to score. As struggling with that was the shortstop, Neal, on the low throw by Brewer. So Richter grounds out 3 unassisted, but a run comes in after he threw to third base, so ball comes in to score as Edwards gets down to second base. That's not an RBI because he was not coming when the ball was hit. And there's a high pop-up by Cade Moody in the short center field. Coming in is Lloyd, and he makes the catch. So the Tigers get a run back here in the 5th inning. They get 1 run without the benefit of a hit. There's 2 walks in the inning, and that's just 1 run, no hits, no errors, and there was 1 man left. We have now played 4.5. To the bottom of the 5th we go. It's the Salem Tigers 7 and the Ellington Whippets 2. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Salem Tigers are going to make a pitching change as Trey Richter will come on. So Stevens will go over to play third base here in the bottom of the fifth. He will go to 5, and then Caden DuBois, who's playing third base, will go to shortstop. So Trey Richter will come in to pitch. 4 innings for Stevens. Gave up two runs, one of them earned. Did a really good job in the game. He gave up a total of 4 hits. He did walk a couple, and he struck out 5. So Richter will take over with a 5-run lead here in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning. Brought to you as a courtesy of Farm Bureau Insurance. Check your insurance. Make sure your coverage is right. Always like to make sure you have enough coverage. And if you got a new vehicle, make sure that you got the proper coverage. You know, many financial institutions require full coverage on that new car. Make sure that you have it. Get in touch with Willie, and you can call him at 729-4941 or go by 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Standing in will be Drew McIntyre to start things out. McIntyre, the 9th place hitter, and then the top of the order, Mac Beck and Brock Morey. We're in the 5th inning, 7-2 Salem. Sun's starting to make its way down and get a little cooler out here. Richter brings the fastball in. It's a strike. Blew it right by him. Trey Richter, senior, brings the next one home. Another fastball, another swing and a miss. Aiden Sanders having to get some adjustments made on that catcher's helmet, face mask, call it what you will. Another fastball, and it's a strike 3 call. 3 fastballs, and McIntyre could not pull the trigger. So Richter gets the strikeout. And standing in will be Mac Beck. McKedden has grounded out to first and struck out. 0 for 2. Right-handed batter. He waits. That pitch is high and inside. Tigers with a 7-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Another fastball that's high. Wind still blowing from the left field line toward the right field line, maybe a little bit more in from the left field line toward home plate. Fastball outside, 3-0. So Richter, who blew away McIntyre in 3 straight fastballs, has missed badly in the first 3 here against McKedden Beck. Sign, a pitch. That fastball is a little bit high, and a walk. His first. And Brock Morey will stand in. Morey has flown out to right field, and he's grounded back to the pitcher. Trey Richter, right-handed pitcher, working from the stretch now. Gets the sign. Brings it. It's a little bit low, scooped out by Hayden Sanders, and 5 straight bad ones by Trey Richter. 3 just blazing fastballs, and since then he has struggled to find the strike zone. Next one, inside corner for a strike, runner trying to go to throw down to second base, goes off of Du Bois. It's a stolen base for Mac Beck. One and one to count, one down. We're in the 5th inning. 7-2 Salem Tigers. 1 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th, and 1 more run in the 5th. Morey waits. Richter brings it. It's fastball high. 2-1 the count. Richter looks in and gets the sign. Brings it in. That's a strike, 2-2. Kind of took a little velocity off that one to maybe get it over, but Morey was taking all the way. 2-2 the count. Nice lead by Beck. Pitch way high and inside. Trying to go back to that high heater. And it's 3-2. Last thing you want to do is just start walking guys, and Trey needs to find that strike zone. Make him hit it. Brock Morey waits. The pitch. Ball outside. Back-to-back walks here with 1 out. And now you got the thumpers coming up. Lloyd, Gore, and Brewer. So Sanders wants to go talk to Trey Richter. I'd like to thank our great sponsors that help make it possible for us to bring you Tiger baseball, like Tater Sporting Goods and Taxidermy. You'll find them right there at the wedge of Highway 19 and 68. Stop on by, visit, pick up your supplies you might need for the weekend. They've got them. 453-2757 is their number. 453-2757, Tater Sporting Goods and Taxidermy. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 down, 2 on. Pitch to Grant Lloyd by Richter. Swing and a miss. Lloyd has struck out twice in this game. Back at second. Morey at first. No pinch runners there. The pitch wants to bunt. And the strike. Now the guy trying to go to third. It's a late jump. And he is out. Heck of a throw by Sanders, and then a heck of a job by Stevens to pull that ball around and tag out back. Ball was I don't really understand why Beck raced home after talking to his coach, but he went right over home plate. So the ball, an attempted bunt. I thought it was a strike. They've got 1-1 on the boards. I thought it was 0-2. The pitch comes home, a swing and a miss. And he struck him out. I was correct. And that's 3 outs as Lloyd goes down on strikes. So the putout goes 2-5 to get the out at third base. That's just a weird play by Beck to race off the field right across home plate. But the Tigers keep them off the board. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, man out stealing, and 1 man left. We've now played 5. We go to the top of the 6th inning with the Salem Tigers on top. 7-2. We'll come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem. Have you had a fender bender or crashed your vehicle? Come and see Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care for all of your auto body needs. They have over 20 years of experience of putting vehicles back in mint condition. Take your vehicle to Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care at 1202 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem, across from Walmart, or call 729-3900. Locally owned by Tim and Wendy Smith.
We're going to go to the top of the sixth inning. Salem with a 7-2 lead at top of the inning. Brought to you by your friends at American Family Insurance. Jonah Schaefer, changing deductibles can lower or raise your insurance premiums. That's right. So make sure you know what you're doing when you change deductibles. Either raise them or lower them. Talk with Jonah, 729-5165, to get the answers you need. Jonah Schaefer at American Family Insurance. Moray back out on the hill. Thought they might want to make a change here, but they have not. And so it'll be Caden DuBois standing in to start things out. Caden is 1 for 2. He has a sacrifice fly, 2 RBIs in the game, and has scored a run himself. So it looks like McIntyre is going to check out of the game. And it will be coming in the game, if I can find my score sheet here, Braden McNeil. Braden McNeil's checking in the game. That pitch to Du Bois is high, so McNeil will take over in right field. Pitch to Du Bois. There's a line drive base hit up the middle. And a big hop. Nice play, though, made by Rayfield in center field. That ball almost, out in the center field by Grant Lloyd. That ball took a big hop. He was able to snare it and keep Du Bois from getting an extra base or 2. Cade roped that one up the middle. His second hit of the day. And Owen Hamilton will stand in. So Drew McIntyre out of the game. And Braden McNeil now out in right field. Hamilton 1 for 3 today. Waits, takes one in the dirt, gets away, and there goes Du Bois down to second base. They can't find the ball. He's going to go all the way to third, and he's going to make it. That ball could not be found by McKetton back, and it took the pitcher, Brock Morey, running all the way in from the mound to find it. So that wild pitch will send Du Bois all the way to third. There's about 20 feet from the lines here on the third base side, from the dugout to the line. Now, first base tails back and decreases in size from about 20 feet at home plate to about 12 to 14 down the right field line. But not left field. It's a big space. Pitch, Hamilton fouls it. Well, I thought fouled it. Ball spinning, and they're going to, I don't know why he wanted to go fair, because a run would have scored, but anyway, it's a foul ball. Cued that one down the first base line. That ball was spinning like a madman. And Morey went over there just in case it decided to come back fair. 2-1 to count to Hamilton. The pitch. High fastball, 3-1. Du Bois at third base. Nobody out. Cash Howard on deck. Hayden Sanders to follow. 7-2 Salem. Throw the third, and back is Du Bois as Gore puts the tag on him, but he's standing on the bag. Hamilton like to try and drive in that run here. He's got 1 RBI, and that one's too low and away. He can't swing at that one. And so it'll be first and third with nobody out for Cash Howard. Cash drilled one deep in the left center field his last time up. Caught nicely in a good play by Will Radford. He also got a base hit, and he's grounded out to second. His base hit, by the way, was to left field. Briar Bobbitt's going to run for Hamilton. Owen's nursing a problem with his legs, and so he's going to step out. Briar Bobbitt 6'5" Salem Tiger. Stand in and run for him at first base. Off-speed pitch to Howard is outside. Amore, who was in complete control of his off-speed earlier in the game, struggled a little bit with it in that fourth inning when the Tigers got 5. Seemed to have found it again last inning, but struggling a little bit with it here again. Maybe he's getting a little tired out there. The pitch, curveball. There's a long fly ball in the dead center field. It'll bring a run home. As easily tagging coming home as Du Bois. As that ball fluttered up, go down to second base. Safe in there on the tag is Briar Bobbitt. Howard hit that one a long way. Center fielder made an easy play, Grant Lloyd, but the problem is he looped it all the way back into the infield, and that allowed Briar Bobbitt to tag in. He went to second base. So a sacrifice fly makes it 8-2. No at-bat charge to Howard as he gets the RBI. And Sanders will stand in. Runner at second base. 1 out, run in. That off-speed pitch was up, and Cash hammered it. And there's a foul back off the umpire's chest protector. The single by Du Bois, the wild pitch where he got 2 bases, the walk to Hamilton, and then the sacrifice fly by Howard. The run scoring in this inning. Salem has scored a run in each of the last 4. There's a swing and a miss on a curveball. Hayden read it, and he cut right through it. Boy, he had a good beat on that one, just did not make the connection. 0-2 the count. Bobbitt at second base. The pitch, fastball, smash fouled. Edwards let that one go, probably wisely. Coach Edwards did. Hayden gets back in. Still 0-2 count. Stevens is on deck. The pitch. It hit him. Or it didn't hit him. It looked like it was going to hit him. And then the runner goes down to third base. Umpire's not showing that it hit him. I'm right behind it, and the ball looked like it hit him in the leg, or at least grazed his leg, but no. So it's a wild pitch, sending Briar down to third base. The pitch to Hayden, curveball and a high pop-up on the infield, and caught there by Morey. So Stevens will bat. Sanders just got underneath that one. That's a high curveball, and he popped it straight up. Stevens will stand in. He popped out to second base his last time out, struck out, was hit by a pitch. There's a line drive deep in the left center field, but the fly ball came 1 out too late, as going back was Lloyd to make the catch to retire the side. Ball's hit pretty well, but to no avail. But the Salem Tigers do get 1 run. They do so on a total of 1 hit. Yep, 1 run, 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was a man left. We've now played 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Salem Tigers up by 6, 8-2. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball. It's KSMO Media.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Trust wants you to know they'll work directly with anyone. You don't need a contractor to use their services. Salem Trust can then use their modern engineering software to design and construct the quality trusses specific for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of their work does. Plus, Salem Trust is locally owned and operated. Open Monday through Friday. Call Salem Trust at 729-9276 for more information.
And welcome back to Ellington. Getting a little cool out here. The sun has gone away. And I want to tell you, we tell you all the time, but these games could not be possible without great support. And the Salem community really does a fantastic job. Like United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, broker owner, and the entire staff down there do a fantastic job. If you're looking for a new house, maybe you want to sell yours. Maybe you want to rent a home and don't know how to go about doing it. You know, your friends at United Country Salem Realty can answer the questions you might have. Located at 605 South Main, right in the heart of Salem, Missouri. Call them up at 729-3148. United Country Salem Realty and Babette Wells, broker owner, bringing you Tiger Sports. Well, Gore is up again. Brett Gore is 2 for 2. Has a run score. He broke that Tiger scoreless streak when he scored on the hit by Hunter Brewer, and he checks his swing on a high fastball, ball one. Trey Richter back out there on the hill. He got a couple of strikeouts in the last inning after 2 walks, and a man out trying to advance. The pitch, there's a ground ball towards short. Du Bois has it, bounced right off his wrist. That'll be an error. He got the charity hop, and then he just misplayed it. Ball came up right to him, waist high, and they just booted the ball. So Hunter Brewer will stand in. It's a second Tiger error today. Brewer has a couple of hits. Gore has a couple of hits. There's a smash in to left field. It's deep, and that ball is off the top of the fence. Getting it in quickly and keeping Gore at second base is Corby Ball. Brewer hit that ball a ton, and as we talked about the high fence here at Ellington, that ball hit about a foot from going over. He crushed it, but good play by Corby Ball, and he got the ball back in. It's first and second, nobody out. Pitch, a swing and a miss by Will Rayfield. Rayfield has a base hit in this game. Pitch comes in, just missed inside. So Gore with 2 hits, Brewer with 3, and Rayfield with 1, and that's the only hits that they have on the Ellington side. Rayfield at the plate right now. First and second, nobody out. Pitch is low, 2-1. Sam will run in the third, 1 run in the fourth. 1 run in the fifth and sixth, but 5, a big crooked number there in the fourth inning. 8-2 Salem. The pitch, fastball, nope, outside. Nobody out here, and Trey Richter getting in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to find the strike zone. The 3-1, that's in for a strike. There's a little something off. Rayfield taking all the way. Right-hander batter waits. Trey's ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He took him on a straight change. I've not seen that pitch by Trey, and that was a straight change, and he gets him out. Third strikeout for Trey Richter. Came at a very good time, and Lucius Neal will stand in. He lined into a double play. He's walked. He's standing in right now. Right-handed batter, the pitch. Inside fastball. Tigers straight away for this hitter. Stevens playing even the bag at third. Pitch comes on, a swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 6th inning action in Ellington. Salem's next game will be Monday against Owensville. It'll be at home, and we'll have it here on KSMO AM 1340 and FM 95.7. And we'll video stream that on KSMO Media. Another swing and a miss on another fastball. It's 1-2. 1 down. Gore at second. Brewer at first. Richter from the stretch. Brings it. Line drive. Base hit into right field. And right by Cash Howard all the way to the fence. Gore is going to score. Brewer is going to be held up. It'll be a hit and an error. Neal really smoked that ball, but Cash Howard got eaten up by it. So Gore comes around to make it 8-3. And Brewer goes to third base where he pulls up. So Nathan Moss will stand in. Moss has struck out and flied out. Richter checks the runners and brings it. Swing and a miss. Looked like Trey might have tried that straight change to Neal, and there's a foul back. And looks like Lucius read it and drilled it in the right. I mean, he crushed that ball. Talked about the lumps in the outfield. That ball may have hit a lump and scooted past Cash Howard. But that ball was tagged. The 0-2 to Moss from Richter. Here it comes. Curveball and a ground ball towards short. DuBois knocks it down and has no play. It'll be another error. So 2 errors by Caden DuBois have not helped the situation. Ball was not hit extraordinarily hard, and I may go ahead and give him a base hit. But he may have beat it out. But Caden did not field the ball cleanly. He may have had a play at third base on Neal coming across. So now it's Braden McNeil at the plate. Now it's 8-4. Pitch from Richter. Fastball outside. Next one. That's a little bit low, 2-0. Trey looks in, a sign from Sanders. Moss at first base. Has that look about him. That pitch way back, comes back to the screen, and that'll be a wild pitch, and Moss will go to second base. Ball came right in front of us. So Trey Richter really struggling right now, trying to finish off these hitters. The pitch, swing and a miss. Second and third. Only one out. Top of the order waits on deck. The pitch. That's outside corner for a strike. Well-placed pitch by Trey Richter. 3-2. One down. Braden McNeil waits. And the pitch. That's a wild, low, way outside the wild. And now the bases are loaded. And Coach Tony Edwards wants to go talk to Trey Richter. Been trying to pick up the pace a little bit. That's his third walk. And now the top of the order, McKetton Beck will stand in. So, 2 runs already in. The bases are loaded, only one out. And the Whippets are threatening here against the Salem Tigers. The Tigers are trying to do a little landscaping on the mound here, which looks a little bit too tall for a high school mound, but I don't have a way of measuring it from my angle, but it appears to be about 15 inches. It should not be that tall, or even maybe a little bit more. So Caden DuBois is going to come in, and he's going to relieve. DuBois pitched on Saturday in the Salem tournament. Threw a no-hitter against the Cuba Wildcats. And he will take over. So Richter comes in, pitches the 5th inning, gets out of that without damage on a throw out of a man trying to advance to third base, which really helped. Error to start things out here did not help. He did get a strikeout, so he does get an out recorded here in the 6th inning. So he's got 1 1/3 innings to date. He's given up 3 hits, responsible for all the guys on base. He's walked 3 and he struck out 3. So the boys will stand in and try and get out of this situation with the bases loaded, 1 out. And as I mentioned, top of the order, Tigers got 5 in the fourth. That's the real difference in this game. They lead 8-4. So the scenario is this. McKenna Beck will stand in. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He will have on base Lucius Neal at third base, Nathan Moss at second, and Braden McNeil at first. Beck was thrown out at third trying to advance on a ball that was on a missed bunt and was thrown out at third base. Pitch to Beck, fouled it back out of play. No place to put this hitter. 8-4 our score. Pitch from Du Bois coming home. Curveball, dandy. Strike 2. Good off-speed curveball, and Beck could not pull the trigger. Kane gets the sign from Sanders, and the pitch, low fastball gets to the screen, but no advancement. Ball short hopped Hayden Sanders and could not get that one, flag it down. The ball hit the fence here, but kind of came back to him. And Neal did not want to have an out at home plate. The 1-2 pitch to Beck. Here it is. Curve in the dirt. Knocked down nicely there by Hayden Sanders. 2-2. Beck wouldn't chase. Du Bois waits. Here it comes again. Fastball just missed. And it's 3-2. Beck waits. No place to put this guy. And the pitch. Strike 3 called, a fastball. Beck could not pull the trigger. And Du Bois got the call on the outside edge. So Brock Morey will stand in. Morey is lined out to right. Tapped back to the mound and walked. Bases loaded. Tying run at the plate. The pitch. There's a line drive into center field. Coming on and over the head of Edwards, and a run's going to score. I thought Blake might get to it. The ball just eluded him, and it's an RBI single for Morey, and that makes it 8-5. And stepping in is Grant Lloyd. The bases are still loaded. The pitch from Du Bois, outside corner with a curveball. Next one curves outside. You don't want to get Gore up there with runners on. This guy is key. 1-1 count. The pitch to Lloyd. Fouled it back. It's 1-2. Lloyd waits. Du Bois checks. The 1-2. Chopper at the plate. Right in front of the plate. Sanders has it. Just step on the bag. He throws it down the right field line wild. All he had to do is step on home plate. And this game is going to be tied 8-8. All Hayden had to do was pick up the ball and step on home plate, but he throws it away. 8-8 our score as all three runners score, and Lloyd goes all the way to third base for Gore. Well, Breyer took over for Hamilton at first base, and even a 6'5" kid could not catch it. The pitch to Gore. Inside, 2-0. 5 runs here for Ellington. I'm sorry, make that 6 runs here for Ellington. in the 6th inning. Gore takes it low, ball 3. Three 0 to count. Brett Gore will be swinging. The pitch, ball inside. So he is the 10th man to bat in the inning. He reached on an error by Du Bois to start it. Now he gets on first by a walk. And standing in is Hunter Brewer, first and third. Brewer's 3 for 3 in this game. And now Gore is trying to force Du Bois into a balk. And Caden did a good job of not moving toward home plate. Two down, 8-8 our score now. Pitch from Du Bois. Swing and a miss on a good off-speed pitch. So the walks and the errors have come back to hurt Salem here in this, the 6th inning. 8-8 our score. The pitch, swing and a foul as Gore had the base stolen. He left way early. Du Bois didn't even check him, but he'll have to go back. Five runs charged to Richter. As the pitch comes in, that's low with a fastball, 1-2. Only one of the runs earned against Richter. And again, they're trying to force Caden into a balk as Gore keeps dancing off the bag, trying to get into a rundown or a balk situation. Trying to steal a run here. The pitch coming to Brewer. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a high curveball. First strikeout, or second strikeout for Caden Du Bois, but not until the Whippets score 6 times. They do so on a total of 4 hits. There were a couple of errors and 2 men left. We played 6. It's 8-8. We'll come back in 1 minute with the 7th inning. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Hi, this is Jimmy Bell, nurse practitioner. I'm excited to be the new provider at Salem Memorial District Hospital Family Medicine. I'll be providing medical care for patients ages 18 and over. Please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. And at Salem Memorial District Hospital, always remember that it's all about the patient, every encounter, every time.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Stop by K&H Auto Supply where you'll find these great deals. Windex windshield washer fluid 2 for $11. Blue Devil radiator flush for $6.99 for the 32-ounce size. And Blue Devil hard gasket seal for $49.99 for the 32-ounce size. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Brand new ball game, and we go to the 7th inning. Don't forget, for those listening in, we got some Blues hockey coming up at the end of this game. That game started in Ottawa at 6. We'll join that game in progress at the conclusion of this contest. But we don't have a conclusion close at hand. We got a tied ball game, 8-8, and it'll be a new pitcher on the hill. It will be Brett Gore. So Gore will go to the hill here in the top of the 7th inning, which is brought to you by your friends American Family Insurance. And if you have any questions about insurance of any type, call Jonah at 729-5165. That's 729-5165. So Morey goes to short. And the shortstop, Lucas Neal, goes to third base. For the Tigers, Corby Ball lead things off. Corby has scored a couple of runs. He's reached on air and walked 0 for 2, but he has scored a couple of runs. Pitch to him and a foul at the plate. Tough break for the Hayden Sanders throwing that ball down to first base, but the play was at home plate, not at first base, and Corby pops it up, fouling out of play when Hayden got that ball about 2 feet in front of the home plate bag. You're taught to go to first, you do it, but that's the easier play. Just turn around, the bases loaded, and step on home. But didn't happen. The throw went over the head of Byron Bobbitt down the right field line, and 3 runs scored. Pitch the ball, curveball outside. One-two pitch, swing and a foul tip. Staying alive, Edwards is on deck, and then the top of the order. Trey Richter's homer in this game. 2-run shot. First homer of the year for the Salem Tigers. Ball waits. Gore looks in. The sign from Mac Beck. And the pitch, curveball, line drive, base hit in the left field. Corby reached out, got a piece of it. That's all you got to do. And a leadoff single to start the 7th inning. And it will be Blake Edwards to stand in. Curveball by Gore just got a little too much of the plate. Even though Corby was off balance, he was able to get the meat of the bat on the ball and get it in the left field. We're tied 8-8, top of the 7th. Blake Edwards, who has an RBI single in this game, squares the bunt. Ball gets away, and now allow Edwards, I should say, Ball to go down to second and give Edwards a chance to drive him in. So a wild pitch. And Edwards, who has walked, singled, and struck out, has a chance to break the tie. Dancing around out there at second base is Moss. Foul straight back on the fastball. Riding by Brett Gore. 1-1 to count. Outfield straight away for Edwards. The stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off. Blake got right over top. 1-2. Gore looks in. Beck checks. He gives the sign. Ball at second base. The pitch coming to Edwards. Slow. 2-2. Blake does not even budge from the batter's box. He's ready. He's poised. The 2-2 pitch from Gore. Here it comes. Smash right at the third baseman. No play at second base. I mean, Edwards hit it right on the nose, and flagging it down was Lucius Neal. Tough break. So Trey Richter will stand in. Trey has 2 for 4 today with a home run, a single, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He waits on the left side, and the pitch comes to him. Ball goes again by the catcher and up the third base line, and getting to third base easy is Corby Ball on that wild pitch. So the Tigers have the lead run waiting at third base. Richter gets back in. Fly ball. The infield is not truly playing in. They're about halfway. Pitch comes home, way outside, gets away. Here comes Corby. He's going to try and score, and he's going to be tagged out. That ball came off the screen this time, and Beck was able to get it and beat Corby to the home plate, and he is out. 2 unassisted on the out, and that takes a little steam out of that. Ball got away. Corby came down the line, but as soon as the ball hit the fence in front of us, it catapulted back out to the catcher. And that was the end of that. There's not much Corby could do, and the ball hit that main support and came back to Beck. The 3-0 to Richter is ball 4. The Tigers get a runner on, and they have Cade Moody, who has doubled. He has also reached on a fielder's choice, singled. 2 for 3 today. Richter at first base, short lead. Gore checks, brings it. Fastball outside. Brett Gore, senior. Trey Richter, senior at first. They're going to play a little game here. They're going to look at each other, and the pitch comes home. That's a little bit too high, and it's 2-0. Caden DuBois is on deck. We're in the 7th inning. Leadoff single by Corby Ball. A line drive out by Blake Edwards. Corby was able to go to second, then third on wild pitches and tried to score in one and got tagged out. That pitch is up and in by Gore, and it's 3-0. Cade Moody hanging in there in the right-handed batter's box. Looking for a ball to drive. The pitch, that's a strike on the outside corner. Eight our score. A 5-run fourth for the Salem Tigers, a 6-run sixth for Ellington. Moody waits. The 3-1 pitch comes home. It's high and away. Ball 4. Really don't know why the catcher threw down to first base. Had that ball gone to right field, Richter could have just kept running. That doesn't make... Some things in this game I have seen today do not make any sense to me. As McKedden Beck threw that ball down there, and I don't really know why. DeBrewer throwing that ball in play, that's just a disaster waiting to happen. So I think Gore may be done on the hill, as coming in the game to pitch now is going to be Brewer, it appears. And that does appear to be the case. So Brewer will come off first base and take over for Gore. He's pitched 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a hit. Still responsible for the 2 men on base, who he has walked. Here in the 7th inning. Well, Salem will be home on Monday to take on the Owensville Dutchmen. We'll have that game right here on KSMO Radio, AM 1340, FM 95.7. We'll also have that as a video streaming game on our KSMO Media, which is KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. That'll be Monday against Owensville. Now, I believe, I know we have 4 games to do next week. I don't have the schedule with me, which I wish I should have done that, but I didn't do it. We will have a game on Tuesday. I believe that's a softball game, and I think it's against Potosi, but don't quote me on that, and we'll be there to bring that one to you on KSMO Media as well, KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube, as well as broadcasting it on AM 1340 and FM 95.7. DuBois stands in, 2 outs, 2 on. New pitcher, it is Brewer, and a swing and a miss. Kane has a base hit and a double. Sacrifice fly. The pitch. A little bit high and outside. 1-1. Richter at second base. He's got good speed. Moody at first base. He's got good speed. A lot of room down the left field line. You hook one down there, you can run for a while. The 1-1. Runner going. The pitch, a curveball, the strike, and the throw goes into left field. Here comes Richter. He will score. It's a 9-8 Salem lead. I really don't know why Beck threw the ball. He was totally confused by the runner going. As Richter took the bag, he had it stolen by a mile. He threw down and threw it wildly. The error on Beck gives the Salem Tigers the lead. Moody is down at second base. He went there on the error. And it's a 1-2 count to Du Bois. The pitch, just a little bit high, 2-2 on a curveball. Well, that down and in pitch is a great pitch, and Richter picked the perfect pitch to steal on. No chance for Beck to throw him out, but he tried to throw him out anyway. Here's Moody going, and a high fly ball to dead center field. Waiting for it out there and pulling it down, making a catch is Grant Lloyd, but the Salem Tigers score a run. They do so on one hit, one huge error, and there is one man left. We've now played 6.5. To the bottom of the seventh inning we go. Salem Tigers 9, Ellington Whippets 8. Back in 1 minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
At Country Mart in Salem, you'll find gluten-free, organic, and diabetic products. They also have fresh produce, quality meats, a bakery, and a full-service deli that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you joined the Country Mart e-Club yet? You'll receive exclusive offers, weekly specials, and special sale items through your email. It's free to join, and for more information about the e-Club, go to www.tcmarkets.com. It's just another service from Country Mart in Salem.
Well, we go at the bottom of the seventh inning. It's a 9-8 Salem Tiger lead. Caden Du Bois back to the hill. The line on Gore is 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Du Bois will try and get the win here as he came on to take over for Trey Richter in the 6th inning. Brewer came on and got the final out, but unfortunately the throwing error by Beck allowed the run to score before the out was recorded. So Tigers get the lead. See if Du Bois can put it away. He will have Will Rayfield, Lucius Neal, and Nathan Moss up here in the bottom of the 7th inning, which is brought to you as a courtesy of Farm Bureau Insurance. And you know, we always talk about the different types of insurance that are available out there, and there's bunches of them. But if you haven't taken the time out to review the assets of your home, you need to make sure you have enough coverage. A lot of times people add on things to their home, make improvements. You got to have the right coverage. Talk to Willie. And the phone number, it's easy. Just give him a simple phone call at 729-4941 or drop by 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. A curveball goes low to Will Rayfield. Rayfield has a hit in this game. He has struck out and he has walked. Pitch, fastball high. Du Bois brings the next one. That's high as well, ball 3. You don't want to walk the leadoff man. Next one comes home, and that's high, ball 4. 4 straight bad ones, and Rayfield takes a walk. Your team gets you a run, and Du Bois came out and probably walked the leadoff man. Lucius Neal will stand in. He has singled, hit no double play, and walked. 1 for 2. The pitch, that's high again, ball 5. Every pitch so far has been high. The 1-0, swing and a miss on one up in his eyes. That would have been ball 6. Instead, though, Neal took a hack at it. 1-1. The pitch, there's a pop fly in the air, and Bobbitt has it. That's 1 out. Lucius Neal got jammed. That was a good pitch by Du Bois. And the pop out went to Bobbitt at first base. And Nathan Moss will stand in. Moss has a hit. He's flown out to right, and he's struck out. And at first base, that's the tying run. Getting a big lead. Swing and a miss. I think Rayfield is measuring Du Bois to maybe try and steal here. I would throw over just to do it. Pitch, a pop-up, and that's going to go out of play. It's quickly 0-2. Caden's not even paying any attention to him. But that is the tying run. Hayden comes to the stretch, doesn't even look. The pitch, a swing and a miss, a ball in the dirt, and he is out because first base is occupied. Throw the ball to first base, they can tag him out, and there's no time called, unless he called a foul ball. Well, he did call it a foul ball. It did not look like Moss had touched that ball. I'm right behind home plate. He did not foul that ball. There's a ground ball. Past third baseman Stevens into left field for a base hit. Getting it back in is Ball. Now it's first and second with 1 out. There is no way that Moss touched that pitch. Umpire called a foul ball, but I was right behind him. He did not come near that ball. And that's one of the reasons why I reacted like I did. He struck out. And with first base being occupied, he's out. But umpire called it a foul ball. Gives him a second chance, and he gets his second hit of the day. Well, we're still playing. And Braden McNeil swings and misses. First and second. Tying run now at second base. He gets a big lead. And the pitch, a swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's 0-2. Waiting is McNeil. The pitch, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Salem Tigers down to 1 out, away from a win. For Du Bois, that's his third strikeout. But it's McKedden Beck who made the error to allow the Tigers to take the lead at the plate right now. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Du Bois gets the sign from Sanders, brings it in, and a foul straight back. Well, I'll tell you what, Rayfield is getting about a third of about 30-foot lead, and there's no Tiger going back to keep him close. I'm just amazed. But Du Bois isn't looking anyway. That fastball's high. Cade needs to pay a little more attention to that runner right now. He's getting a huge lead. Richter goes back there trying to keep him close, and a check swing. He went around. It's 1-2. First and second, 2 out, 1-2 pitch. Du Bois, the sign from Sanders to McKedden Beck. Here it comes, and a smash into right, a base hit. This game is tied. Throw comes home, way up the line and gets away, and it goes out of play, and that is going to give Ellington the win. Ellington will win the game on the wild throw that went through the defense. They win it 10-9 on the base hit by McKedden Beck, and then the throw in goes under the fence and allows Ellington to win the game by a score of 10-9. The leadoff walk to Rayfield, comes back to cost the Tigers. The missed call by the umpire on the strikeout cost the Tigers. And then the error on the throw-in from right field from second. And that ends the game 10-9 as Ellington scores 8 runs, 6 in the 6th inning, 2 here in the bottom of the 9th, and they win it 10-9 and get their second win of the year. Salem falls to 3-1 on the season. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back, and wrap this one up. It's Tigers losing it to Ellington 10-9. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Hi, I'm Lisa Delaney, swing bed coordinator at Salem Memorial District Hospital. What in the world is a swing bed, you might ask? It's a Medicare program that allows a patient to remain in a hospital and receive therapy or skilled nursing services prior to going home. Call 573-729-6626 for more information about using a swing bed to improve your life before going home. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. March savings are going on right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can save up to 10% on Napa lawn and garden batteries. Permatex head gasket repair, $29.99 for the 16-ounce size. And Napa Extended Life Cooling System Antifreeze and Coolant for all makes and models, ready to use. $9.99 for the gallon size. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem. What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Salem Tigers lose it 10-9 to the Whippets of Ellington here on a cool evening, and they had a big lead in this one but could not hang on. And a good job by Roy Stevens pitching. He gave up only 2 runs in the first 4 innings, but Trey Richter had his struggles, but a 3-run throwing error by Hayden Sanders allowed Ellington to tie the game on a ball just in front of the plate, and then the Tigers could not close it out, and a throwing error at the end of the game. And I can't even tell you who had made the throw because I had an umpire standing right in front of me and a player from the Whippets right in front of me. It either was Edwards or Cash Howard, and I don't know which one. But the ball eluded Sanders way up the line and ended up going out of play, either under the fence or in the opening between the dugout and the fence to the outside. And that ball going out of play allowed the Whippets to win it 10-9 on the errant throw. So Tigers did everything right early in the game, but late in the game they couldn't close it out, and the Whippets come back to win it and give credit where credit's due. they did not give up. And if you listen to Tiger Talk, you'd heard Coach Tony Edwards tell you this Ellington team does not quit, no matter what the score is. And they battle back 6 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and they beat Salem 10-9. Lots of hits in this game, lots of runs in this game. Salem Tigers got out to a 1-0 lead in the third inning, and that happened after a base hit by Trey Richter. And then he was able to go to second base on a bunt attempt by Kane Moody. Moody actually reached on the fielder's choice as they tried to throw Richter out at second. He got the sacrifice bunt down, but they couldn't get him. And then he went to third on a wild pitch, and he scored on a sacrifice fly by Caden DuBois, 1-0 Salem Tigers. In the fourth inning, with one out, Corby Ball got on base by an error by Brett Gore. And then, 2 wild pitches later, a wild pitch and a balk later, I should say, he was at third base. Blake Edwards drove him in with a base hit to make it 2-0. Then Trey Richter hit a 2-run homer to make it 4-0. Caden Moody hit a double, and then Caden DuBois hit a double to make it 5-0. And a base hit by Owen Hamilton made it 6-0. Tigers then gave up 2 runs in the fourth inning to the Whippets. After one out, Brett Gore got a base hit. Hunter Brewer got a base hit. One made it first and third. And then on an error, on a base hit by Will Radford, they made it a 2-1 game. And then on an error by the Tigers, another run was able to score, and that made it 2-2. Tigers, though, came right back on that run, one of those runs back in the fifth inning, with one out, a walk to Corby Ball, then a walk to Blake Edwards, and then a ground out by Trey Richter. But the pass balls and the wild pitches again caught up as the ground out brought the run home. The Ball scores, and that was after really a play where the ball was hit directly by Trey Richter, the first baseman. He stepped on first and tried to get the double play by throwing the second to get Edwards. Then ball came home as the ball was thrown in the dirt. Blake was safe at second, and the Tigers had a 7-2 lead. Well, they were able to hold in the fifth inning, keep the Whippets down, but then in the sixth inning, Tigers got a leadoff single by Caden DuBois, a walk to Hamilton, a sacrifice fly by Cash Howard after there was a wild pitch that got the runner to third base. So we had another sacrifice fly. So the Tigers doing a good job putting the ball in play, doing the sacrifice fly by DuBois in the third, then one by Howard in the sixth. Got those runs in, and at that time it looked pretty good. It looked like an 8-2 lead looked really good, but in the sixth inning, it didn't last. An error by Caden DuBois on a ground ball up the middle started things out as Brett Gore reached, and then Brewer got a base hit. So the first two guys were on, a strikeout of Rayfield by Richter. But then Lucas Neal was able to get a base hit. That drove in a run, and that made it 8-3. And then Nathan Moss got a base hit to make it 8-4. A walk to Braden McNeil, and that was the end of the night for Richter. Then came in Caden DuBois, who struck out McKinnon Beck. But then Brock Morey got a base hit, and that made it an 8-5 game. And then Grant Lloyd at the plate, who had struck out 3 previous times, barely got a piece of the ball, and it went about 2 to 3 feet in front of the plate. Hayden Sanders went out and tried to throw him out of first base, overthrew the first baseman, and 3 runs came in, and that made an 8-8 score. Tigers got a run in the 7th inning after base hit by Corby Ball to lead things off. Blake Edwards lined out to third. Then Richter got a walk to Caden Moody, and then Richter stole third, and on that steal, the throw by McKinnon Beck went in the left field. Richter scored to make it 9-8. But then in the 7th inning, a walk to Will Rayford to lead things off. You just cannot walk, guys. Always comes back to hurt you. And a pop out by Lucius Neal, a base hit by Nathan Moss and I'll swear to goodness gracious on any Bible that he didn't touch that ball swinging at it, the ball in the dirt. He never foul tipped it, but umpire said he did. So he gave him a second chance. He gets a base hit to left, and then a strikeout of Braden McNeil, but McEdenbeck on a 2-strike, 1-2 pitch, signal to right field. That tied the game, and then the throw from right field comes in, goes out of play, and Ellington wins it 10-9. Long enough description of the end of the game. Play another game. The Tigers fall to 3-1. They'll be at home to take on the Owensville Dutchmen, and we'll have that game right here Monday on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7, and that game will also be video streamed on KSMO Radio. KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Well, interesting game. Didn't come out Salem's way, but again, a very entertaining game. A great comeback by the Whippets as they win it 10-9. Now, for those ready for the Blues game to come on, we'll be joining that right after we do our close right here at KSMO. For Ben back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanks for joining us for Tiger Baseball. They lose it today, the Ellington Whippets, by a final score of 10-9. Stay tuned for Blues hockey coming away shortly here on KSMO. Good night from Ellington.
Thanks for listening to Salem Tiger Baseball on KSMO and KSMO Media. Brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town and Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th, The Hotspot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, Hubs Tire Center, American Family Insurance, and Technology Junkyard. Join us again next time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO.